Hey guys, Ed Wilson for President, Paradise Earth Initiative System. I know a lot of these things that I'm saying, like wanting to be president, or the Paradise Earth Initiative System coming into play. I know that chances are these things probably will never happen. But somebody has to say something. Somebody has to do something, guys. I don't believe in the American people anymore. You guys are a proven fraud. You're a proven fraud. And if you want to stay frauds, go ahead, stay frauds. Stay killing innocent people and having your own people killed. But I have a lack of confidence in you guys because I know what they did to you. And I'm trying to give you a way out. I'm trying to give all of us a better life, a way out to fix things. I mean, they're poisoning your kids as soon as they're born. Autism, ADD, ADHD, reproductive illnesses, all of these things. This is all engineered terrorism, guys. I mean, what's the point of being united with you? I mean, so this message really is only for, I guess, the chosen, the awakened ones, and you know, I don't want to rule, but it's looking like somebody needs to step up and take care of business. We thought Trump was, okay, but as you guys can see, after Doge found all of that stolen money, all of that misallocated money, all of these other things, and this is 1 year, guys, just 1 year. This has been going on for God knows how long. And we also know that 1776 independence never happened, which means we've been infiltrated and sabotaged ever since, and even before that. That's right, England. You know, I see you guys over there, you just tried to Brexit because a lot of you guys have you're awake to the fact that you have been screwed, and you've been screwed royally, and we were screwed royally. And remember, the same ones, the same Freemasons I'm talking about that are in your local communities, in your local churches, in your military, in your police, in your hospitals, in your vaccine companies, all over this world. It's an international global crime syndicate. Your Revelations in your Bible, the King James Standard Version, is a perverted book. Is there some truths in it? Yes, there are some, but they are mingled with lies. They have altered things on purpose to keep the church population control structure, slave system in check, and to keep you in it, okay? Because they know if they lose power over you. They can't have you enlightened and understanding and having a strong will. That's why they flood our land with drugs and alcohol, and they poison your minds with movies and programming of different types and different types of social programming. A lot of these Freemasons that are in there, they don't even know what they're a part of. All they know is that my daddy's daddy did it. You know, that's all they know. That's all they know. They're a good guy front. Just like, guys, aren't you paying attention to anything? I've been working with some of these contractors around here for decades. And I'm sorry, guys. You guys are just a bunch of slaves. And you'll go along with anything just to keep your money flowing. You know, I gotta protect my family. Yeah, but you don't care about anybody else's family. As long as they're going along with the program. You guys have no backbone. Oh yeah, you step up to me. I was gonna say, because I'm one guy. You go to another country and invade that country where they don't even expect you coming with superior weaponry. Yeah, you're real bad guys going in there. Yeah, God, yeah, no, you're terrorists. You're dumbed down terrorists. And look, I'm choosing my words wisely because I don't want this to get took down. And so I'm choosing my words very wisely. There should be cuss words inserted on all of this. There should be derogatory terms in what I'm saying towards you, because you are not what you claim to be. I have been out here serving you for over 30 years. I've been in service to every echelon and type of people here, every race, everything. You're all frauds. Now that doesn't mean some of you all don't have a trade or a job that you're good at. That has nothing to do with that. It has to do with your moral compass is broken. It's just going, it just flies with the wind. Where is your moral compass? Where is your willpower? Where is your intent to do right and do good? Where is it, guys? You've sold our kids out, and guys like us, we want to seek independence on you. We see what they're doing in other countries right now. Trump, man, he's just playing you guys along. A real leader would have already took action, okay? Real action would have already took place, and you all would have been whining about it. Oh, he's so bad, when you guys are just a joke, okay? A lot of these wars could be totally averted. That don't even have to happen. We could precisionally hit targets. Look what they did in Lahaina. Look what they've been doing with the direct energy weapons. Look at the fires they've been starting. Look how they've been covering that up. Look who's been buying up all that land over there, guys. Look who was behind those other guys like the Epsteins and the Diddies and the Weinsteins, and look who's buying up the land. Look who the richest people are in the world that are buying up the land. You guys have got your heads in the sand, and you expect us all to put our heads in the sand. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I love my children. I see all of the innocence. I walked into a place yesterday and I'm watching these people struggling, and I could tell they were younger people, probably around 18, 19 years old, and the girl started to talk and she was trying her best to do her job. And, well, I could tell she came from probably a very caring, loving family that has done a lot for her. She's been very blessed. But I could tell how, you know, there's certain mannerisms people have that, and the way they talk, that, I don't know, it touches me a bit because I can read into it. And any of you all want to get weird on that, go ahead. I was going to say step on up. I'll be happy to go ahead and have some conversation with you, because honestly, you're weirdos, and I don't really care what you think. I care about the ones that care, and I care about the ones that want to do right and want to do good. The rest of you guys, if you disappeared tomorrow, I really wouldn't care, because really you're no help to anyone. You're just selfish, greedy terrorists. That's what you are. And I feel really bad for the people that have been used and abused and that were sent into these wars. I feel really bad for the McNamara 100,000 veterans. I feel bad for all of the veterans before that, since 1776, in every war, on either side, in any country. It was all murder, guys. It was population control and murder. And when a guy like me comes out here and says something about it, you guys are all like, nah, they were doing this and they were doing, and I'm shut up. They weren't doing any of that. I was going to say, these people already had their own problems. They already had their own issues, okay? They already had their own issues with their own tyrant governments that are part of your international global Freemason society. And it may be under different names in different areas, okay? But our freedom here is, well, it's a joke, okay? Our freedom is more like a privilege, to where if you have money, you are privileged to be able to do some of the things that you can do. And that's why a lot of us, you know, we were programmed into this. And now we want to break that programming, just like we're breaking your gospel, your God spell. Yeah, that God spell is done, guys. Yeah, we've exposed King James, we've exposed the Masonics, we've exposed all of the secret societies. Every ounce of knowledge that they have should have been common knowledge to uplift all mankind. I just had got into a little, well, it wasn't even a tiff the other day with a guy. It was a racist guy, and he's, you know, all about these H brews, okay? And he was all bro, until I started dropping truth on him. And then he actually said to me, I thought this conversation was going to be different. I thought we were going to have more in common. I said, oh, we do have something in common. And what it is we're both spreading knowledge. But his is racist and mine's true. Because guess what? There's a root cause to every effect. I've noticed a lot of you guys that come out here with your little racial agendas, you only go so far with it, okay? You want to make it look like certain races should be demonized, when it's your systems that actually perverted them. That's right, your systems perverted them. And guys like me are exposing that. See, there was a time when a lot of the people that are in power now, and they're really not in power, they're actually programmed jokes under those systems still. But there was a time they were slaves, and they were slaves longer than anyone, okay? They were slaves so long, and I said this in another video, but it went over a lot of people's heads because a lot of you guys, you get so angry and so tore up when the truth is presented to you. So let's just go back over it really quick. In order for a person to evolve with lighter skin, they would have had to have been in caves and mines. And most of them, you make it look like, oh, they were in caves, they were Neanderthals. No. They were hiding. They were in hiding because they were sought after to be enslaved, and everything that goes with that, with your rapture, okay? With your raptures, okay? And now let me also give you some time frames real quick. How long did it take to build one pyramid? And those pyramids are all over the world, okay? They're all over the place, guys. Some of them are even under the ocean. And do you know how long it took for all of that to take place? Do you realize that a lot of us were actually darker people? That's right, guys. You know, and that guy that I was talking to, the perverted Freemason guy, okay? He was trying his best to convert me into his racist ideology. And then when I started dropping the real truth on him, he got upset. He got really angry. I could tell. I could tell through his text. I could tell how quick he was replying and how he was trying to blow it off. But you can't blow it off sometimes when you're ticked off. You know what I mean? It just shows. Some of us, well, we recognize that. That's what readers do. I was going to say, once you've been around certain types of people your whole life that have a tendency to inflict their will upon you and their ideologies on you, you have a tendency to learn to navigate it. And so what I'm telling you guys is, everything you know is a lie. And it's time you wake up to the truth. The first step in healing is recognizing there's a problem. It's recognizing that you have been afflicted. You've been inflicted with a damage, okay? And I don't even know what the title of this video. Most people just say, oh, it's just some Caucasian dude rambling on, you know, or whatever, you know. Well, you know, you're going to be surprised about that one down the road. There's going to, and where are you guys? You know, I hear all you vets and all you other guys talk a big game. As long as, you know, I was watching some videos the other day of people talking about bombing Iran, and I'm like just looking at it, and these people were coming back, you know, and they started sending me some Trump pictures, like, you know, calling me a wuss, you know, and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah? Are you kidding me, guys? I think you guys are upset because guys like me are exposing that your leaders, you know, Trump knows what's up. He's either a Masonic or he is learning some valuable lessons right now. And That's why I want to be president, guys. I don't want to move to no White House. I don't want any of that mess, and I won't. I told you, the first thing I'm going to do is redo the structures. Everything. Everything, guys. So yeah, somebody said, man, you almost sound like a dictator. I might be for a bit. I might have to do something like that. But I'm going to tell you right now, it'd be better to have a conscientious person that actually cares doing things for you than the people that are going with diplomacy. Here's what diplomacy means. Diplomacy means going with the structures that be, going with the laws that be. Well, if they have weaponized law and you go along with the weaponized law and the laws are weaponized against the people, then what are you going along with? Terrorism. That's what it is. Now, I don't know what's wrong with your brains. I don't know why you guys are having a hard time understanding this, but I've been in business quite a long time. Some will say, well, why aren't you a millionaire? Because I'm an honest businessman. And then I started to realize, well, to be honest with you, I wasn't all that honest. Yeah, because when you get into retail, guys, you're never giving people the lowest of lowest prices. I might beat my competitor, but technically I'm making a profit. So if I'm making a profit, am I giving you the lowest price? No. But I'm in a system of slaves. And when you're in a system of slaves, what do you do? What do you do in a system of slaves? What exactly do? You go along with everybody else. Well, guys like me, we don't want to go along anymore. We know you're all a joke. You are a laughing stock of the world. You are a laughing stock. And I know this to be truth. I know this to be a fact. It is both at the same time. And I know what both, some of you are laughing. The fact is the truth. No, it's not. You don't even know the definitions of facts and truths. You don't even know simple things. Some of us have put a lot of time into learning these things. I don't know what's wrong with you people. You are the most dumbed down, educated people in the world. You actually got dumbed down through your education. That's what Common Core is, guys. Okay? Under the Paradise Earth Initiative system that I keep mentioning in all the beginnings of every video I do, all of that will change. I've already told you, within a couple of generations, our children will be so smart, they will make us look like Neanderthals. They're going to look back at us and be like, how did you guys even survive? How did you guys even live? Just like some kids right now are having a hard time believing that TV used to turn off at like 12:31 or 2 o'clock in the morning. They would sign off for the night with a national anthem playing. Okay? You know, they're having a hard time even gripping some of those little simple things. So, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be nice if you were to return or create children that they would be in a system like that? Oh, but you want to go along. You want to go along with the fake democracy. You want to go along with the fake republic. You aren't a republic. You are a JOKE, okay? Ran by a bunch of jesters, okay? That's what they are. They're a bunch of criminal jesters. They're jokes. And I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm sorry I can't go out there and put you guys on a pedestal anymore. No, I don't put the veterans on a pedestal anymore. I tell you what you really are, okay? I tell you what they really did to you. And if you even had an inkling of sense, you would be looking up McNamara 100,000. And then you would use your common sense, which most of you don't even have. Okay? And you would realize that every single war that we have been in, every single one of them were arranged and engineered population control to kill off all of the people who had a will to fight. So your flag is bullshit. It's bull. Okay? So burn that flag, I'll beat you. Shut up. You're idiots. You're morons. You know? You don't even know what any of that even represents because it was corporately took over. It was corporately conquered. They overthrew you without a shot fired. Okay? Is it sinking in yet? Do I need to keep saying this over and over again? Are you that slow? Are you that slow? You don't understand. You know, do I need to go out there and learn a different language and start speaking it to you? Do I need to speak it in baby gibberish? Yeah, they did not do a good thing to you. They hurted you. They don't like you. They tried to kill you. They tried to kill your family. They tried to hurt you. Is that helping, guys? That's what I'm talking to right now, okay? That's why I have to break it down for you guys like that. You know, you little fellas, you don't even know, okay? I mean, what's going on? You're selling the kids out so you can ride around in your crap cars. They've got you all in this little stupid, I don't even know what, they've got you all so egotistically programmed that you don't care about nothing. Our families are nothing. The families here are divided. Everything here's divided. You want to pretend like you have this unity when you don't have anything except criminality. Your criminal personalities. And I'm sure somebody out there is going to see this video and be like, oh yeah, you're the criminal. You've got problems, buddy. You need Jesus. You need this. You need that. Blah, blah, blah. Well, sorry guys. You need that. Have a good day.